Hey Mavericks fans, before we jump into today's video, I'm not going to lie, Golden State Warriors Today, our Warriors Only channel, is just lapping us in subscribers at this point. You're probably asking, why don't we have daily videos on this channel by now? Well, when channels like Warriors Today are growing like they are, they become a higher priority at Chat Sports. I don't make the rules. Those are just the facts. So if you want more videos, Mavs news, rumors, and a whole lot more, subscribe, and let's get more subscribers here on Dallas Mavericks Today so you don't ever miss a video, and we can do more videos just for you guys. All right, we do have the latest Dallas Mavericks news and rumors. I'm your host, Harrison Graham. We'll get into Kristaps Porzingis right off the top and an interesting trade rumor later on in the show. Let's talk KP, though. He left Monday's game with an ankle injury. Luckily, x-rays were negative. It doesn't sound like it is serious. Should be day-to-day at this point. Maybe he misses a couple of games, but hopefully doesn't miss any or at least a lot of time this time around, because we know with KP, things are going to pop up, but it doesn't appear to be serious. It is unfortunate, though, because KP has been playing very, very well. His last 11 games since returning from the back stiffness injury, look at the numbers, 21.5 points per game, 8.5 rebounds. He's shooting the ball well from the field at almost 49%. Kristaps Porzingis has been playing some of his better basketball since he's joined the Dallas Mavericks over the past couple of years. Hopefully, he does not miss much time because he's in a nice groove. Him and Luka Doncic finally both healthy and playing once again together, and that's what you want if you're a Mavs fan. You want these two guys to get as much reps as possible side by side so that continuity can continue to grow with your best two players, that of course being Luka and Porzingis. So we'll keep an eye on this one. We'll see how much time KP does miss, but listen, I mean, the reality is Porzingis, he's going to get nicked up. He's going to miss time. What you hope for is that it's not serious time. It's not, weeks on end. Hopefully it's a game or two at most, and then Porzingis can get back onto the basketball court. Predict it for us. How many games do you think Kristaps Porzingis will miss? I'll say 2. I'll guess 2 games for KP. They'll let that ankle rest, and hopefully he is back before we know it. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments. How many games will Kristaps Porzingis miss with this latest injury? I do kind of want to talk about the Mavs struggles, and now that KP could miss some time, obviously that does not help the cause. Dallas has lost 5 of 6 games. They missed Luka Doncic for 3 of those losses, so I do think that is notable context there to mention. I think the biggest issue with the Mavs right now is they sit 10-9 on the season, albeit they are 4th place in the West, but 4 through 10 are only separated by 1 game total. I think the role players aren't giving enough. They're not bringing enough to the table. You look at the top 5 leading scorers. Luka's giving you 25.5. KP's giving you 20 a game. They're about on par with what you need those two to be. Jalen Brunson's having a nice year off the bench, 14.5 points. I wouldn't loop him into the conversation with the rest of the role players, but Tim Hardaway Jr. specifically, Dorian Finney-Smith as well, who hasn't been knocking down open shots. Tim Hardaway was paid to be a number 3 guy, and last year he played like that, but I think in general this team lacks a real number 3. I think Tim Hardaway would be an excellent number 4, but he's having a down year compared to last year. He's not knocking down open shots. The efficiency isn't what it was a year ago, and they paid him $18 million a year, which I still think was a pretty good contract. Teams were offering over $20 million, but you need Tim Hardaway to produce at a more consistent level. This is a guy that averaged almost 17 points per game and shot over 40% from 3 last year. Points are down 3 points. Percentage from 3 is down 4 or 5%. That needs to improve for Tim Hardaway Jr., and even if it does, you still probably lack enough firepower because some of these role players, Reggie Bullock, Sterling Brown, they're not giving you enough at the end of the day. These bigs on the roster, Dwight Powell, Moses Brown, you don't have any good bigs after Kristaps Porzingis and Maxi Kleber, who's having a pretty decent year. But overall, the depth isn't playing to the level it needs to at the end of the day. So that is an area Dallas is going to have to recognize and potentially try to do something about before the NBA, I should say, trade deadline. Are you worried about the Mavs? 10-9, been up and down, type Y for yes, type N for no. I wouldn't say I'm like panicked or worried, but I am realistic, and this isn't a team that could threaten for the NBA finals currently. Could it win a series? Maybe, because the West is pretty top-heavy right now, but I mean, look me in the eye and say that Golden State or Phoenix is losing to Dallas at a best of 7. It's just not going to happen. So from that standpoint, yeah, I mean, I am concerned because I don't think Dallas can compete with either of those teams in a 7-game series. Something I am confident in is how good of a deal this is. This Mavs quarter zip jacket is 50% off at chatsports.com/MavZip. This thing is normally $60. Right now it is $30. Still available on sale. Cyber Monday deal extended for an extra day, but this deal will not last forever. So get it right now. Go to the link below, chatsports.com/MavZip. That is chatsports.com/MavZip. I'll get that link in the comments and in the description. Get 50% off today because this deal will not last forever. It is a perfect gift this holiday season. All right, let's talk about Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker, who the Mavs have had interest in the past on multiple occasions, by the way, in free agency and in trade rumors, could be available. So Kemba has been removed from the Knicks rotation. Tom Thibodeau going in a different direction right now in New York, and naturally, trade rumors have surfaced. Bleacher Report has mentioned that trading Kemba could be a possibility as the Knicks may try to shop him on the trade block. And like I mentioned, Kemba has garnered interest from the Mavs before. When Boston signed him to that big contract, Dallas wanted him, but he chose the Boston Celtics. Now, injuries have certainly hindered Kemba's career, and he's not the same guy, and let's make that clear off the top here. He's not an elite player anymore, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have any value. That doesn't mean that Kemba can't bring a little something to the table. He's making less than $9 million a year, so it's not like his contract is incredibly hard to trade for. You look at his stats so far this season, obviously the volume's not great, right? Like under 12 points per game, 3 assists, 2.5 rebounds. I do like the three-point shooting, 41.3%. That's up 5% compared to last year. Now, he's not an elite athlete. He can't defend very well. So you have to recognize these things if you're going to consider trading for a guy like Kemba Walker. But I do think he at least is a decent player still. But there's a reason that the Knicks, a team trying to contend, took him out of their rotation because he can't defend. He's not playing efficiently overall. And he's not giving you much as a distributor. So they've decided to go in a different direction. So I want to ask you guys, as Mavs fans, would you trade for Kemba Walker? Type T for trade, type P for pass. Let me know what you guys think in the comments right now. I would probably pass on Kemba. If you could get him for cheap, like, I don't know, like, could you trade Dwight Powell straight up for Kemba Walker? I'd probably do that. The money lines up pretty similarly, but I'm definitely not giving up a guy like Jalen Brunson. I'm not giving up even a guy like Reggie Bullock for Kemba Walker. But Dwight Powell straight up for Kemba? Who says no? I would definitely do it. But at the end of the day, Kemba Walker, you know, this isn't the guy you're getting from 3 years ago, from 4 years ago, the explosive point guard that can cross over, step back, and drop 35 on any given night. That's not who he is anymore. Can he give you 25 every once in a while? Yeah. Could he give you 12 to 15 somewhat consistently and shoot the three ball well? Yes, but he can't defend, and his knees just they're shot at this point in his career, which is very unfortunate. Appreciate you guys for tuning in to today's show on Dallas Mavericks Today. Subscribe. Remember, we told you at the beginning of the show, we got to get more subscribers like our Warriors channel has been. So hit that subscribe button, and if we continue to grow, we'll continue to plug out more videos.